Hey everyone, I'm Norn Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel. Today, Kovu is on shoes. Yep, that's pretty much the whole video. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. Just kidding. Today's video is actually going to be about my Dark Angels for Horus Heresy. And I'm building a list. I am playing with the idea of a list. I have a concept of a list. So you know it's going to be good. So how I build my list is actually like an animal. I kind of open up all of my cases and come up with an idea as I put things down of what I want to play with today, because these are toys at the end of the day. Me and my buddy Lee are going to be playing a game of 4,000 points. Dark Angels versus, I have no idea. Probably, I hope he doesn't play Night Lords. And that's not saying that Night Lords scare me. It's actually because Dark Angels are just a complete counter to Night Lords, that it's almost not a fair game. Because he does the fear things. I can give every single Dark Angel stubborn and leadership 10. So it's Night Lords need a buff. They need a new rule that gives them something that can't be countered. He's probably going to be playing something like... what are those siege guys? The siege boys. The sad ones. The metal guys. Those guys. Iron warriors. That's it. The iron boys. So I could tailor my list to beat him. I could take nothing but drop pods. That drop pod right there, actually, in that case. I could take nothing but those with plasma and the plasma flamer gun inside it and just be completely, boring and everyone hates me. Or I can play something fun like this list. This list is fun. I like this list. This list makes me happy. So what I usually do to make my lists is I take stuff out of boxes, I put it on the table, I look at it for a bit and just go, wowie whoa, this is gonna be fun. And then I make my army list. And then I take things out that I can't bring. So this is what I wound up with. I originally wanted some Tech Marines in here, an extra Sakaran, an extra Spartan, a Kratos, but the Kratos is just way too fucking expensive. It is so many points, especially for it to not be a super heavy. Like, goddamn, that thing is too many points. But I also have army cases here, an army case there with extra jet bikes. But this is the list. And you might be asking, Alexis, what is in the list? Well, stuff and things. Guys that go fast. So at 4,000 points, I don't know what Rite of War I want to take. Rites of War at high point level games tend to limit you too much or force you to bring allies, which I am okay with. I actually do like that Warhammer Horus Heresy is actually more balanced at higher point games because of the limitations and things that you need to take, like squadrons of vehicles. Because it is a balancing point. Like, I know a lot of people, when they play big games, they're like, oh, get rid of the forced organization slot. Yeah. Well, those people are big dumb, and the forced org slot is actually really, really cool because of what you can bring with it. Like, I want to bring 9 predators. I can do that with the forced org chart. I can bring an ally and bring even more stuff if I really need to. But to break the forced org chart, you need to go above 5,000 points. Which the average game doesn't do. I can actually go up to I think the biggest list I can come up with is 9K without breaking forced org. And without an ally. But it forces you to take tactical squads, assault squads, and things like that, so that you have to play the game the way it's designed. And I know a lot of people throw it out the window and they're like, no, I'm big dumb. Well, those people are big dumb, as previously stated. But this is the list. So let's go over it. Right off the bat, we have Lionel Johnson standing next to his buddy Marduk. These are in a Inner Circle Knights Cenobium list. Not retinue. They're his retinue. Not the Primarchs, because if you take the Primarch and take them as a retinue, it applies to his point cost where he gets limited. Again, another balancing feature of the army. But I took him alone. He's joining this squad. There is 7 Inner Circle Knights Cenobium models. They are taking Reaper of the Host, They are Deathwing, obviously. They are in a Spartan. The Spartan does not have this multi-melt, ignore it. It has a Searchlight. It has 2 las cannons, or the las cannon array. Then that's 1 HQ and 1 Primarch. Then I have my second HQ, which is a Praetor on jet bike. The Praetor has a Tyrannic Great Blade that is master crafted, and that's pretty much it. I just want to keep him cheap so that I can take his guard unit, which is 5 bikes, all heavy bolters, because that's the only thing they can take. And they have dual power swords. Oh, and the Legion standard. They have a Vexilla in there as well, so they don't flee. Then I have troops. We have 2 despoiler squads. And then we have, I don't have them here. Sorry, I forgot to bring them up. My bad. But we have 2 reconnaissance squads. They are just armed with bolters, and that is it. But they can take a special thingy, which is why people should look into these guys. They can take Storm Eagles as dedicated transports. So there's 2 Storm Eagles in this list. They have their missiles, they have their las cannons, and they have multi-meltas each. So really cool. I love them. They look amazing. I'm really happy with them. My buddy Lee built them. I painted them. And these guns are not glued in. They are magnetized so that I can swap them between the different variations. So that's troops. These are troops. Technically they're not, but they're just dedicated transport and don't count for anything. But if they hover and we get a certain mission, they technically get line, depending on the mission. Then for fast attack, we have an Avenger Strike Fighter, my favorite aircraft in all of Warhammer 40k, mostly because it reminds me of my only aircraft that I like in all of war ever, the A-10 Warthog, because that is the A-10 Warthog gun. And that, it makes me happy and makes enemies splatter all over the place, because it is a bolt cannon. Now, funny thing, because it's a bolt cannon, you could give this thing Fire Wing, which I think is the bolt one, and it gets +1 to hit. So that bolt cannon could hit on 2s, which is really cool. It also has a completely useless upgrade, because its upgrade makes it so that blasts have to re-roll against it. It's an aircraft. It can't be hit with blast weapons. So that's funny. I brought 2 of them as 2 separate units. I love these things, and I look for any opportunity to bring them, and every opportunity I will bring them. This one is on an extended fly stand because it just looks cooler. Also, when you have when you 3D print flight stands, make them at all different heights, just so you can have things like this, where you can have your aircrafts like, whoop, he wants to fall over now. Can you stop falling over? Okay, there we go. You can have your aircrafts like this, and they don't hit each other. Then for the last fast attack choice, we have a unit of Skyhunter jet bikes. They all have multi-meltas. They have Iron Wing. These are all taking Raven Wing because it gives them some protection as they come in, because these will be intercepted and destroyed immediately. This is the one weakness of flyers, is they're so easy to destroy. Especially if you have an Auspex and they come in within range, you automatically get to shoot them and you blow them out of the sky. It is always funny when it happens, and I know how bad this is, but I love these things, so I bring them every time. We have these guys. They have Iron Wing. They're going to fly in and blow up a tank. Now, I should give these guys Raven Wing. I'm actually going to give them Raven Wing. This way, they get a rerollable Shroud save, so that's good. So if they jink, they get to reroll it. And they get a +1 to it. Same with all of these, which is cool. And they auto get it no matter what, so they do have some protection when they come in. Then, for heavy support, we have 2 different Sakaran Arcuses. This is the old Forge-rolled one, and it's a hunk of resin that I can kill somebody with. And this is the new plastic one with the resin gun on top of it. The new one is amazing. I absolutely love it. It has its side sponsons. The old one, if you look at it funny, it explodes and loses its side sponsons. So yeah, they're in pieces in there, and this one lost them as well. I did buy replacement side sponsons, but then I never put them on because I'm lazy. So yeah, that is a 4,000 point list. I build my lists strictly with the intent of having fun. I never tailor to my opponent. I never want to play a game to just stomp on my opponent. I always bring all-comer lists or things that just look like fun. And bringing a bunch of aircrafts seems like a lot of fun to me, even if they are grossly overcosted and terrible. I love them. And also I have a bit of a broken combo right here with Lion and Corswain and the best Terminators in the entire game. This is the thing that might win me the game. This is the stuff that's probably going to die turn 1 and 2. But that is really powerful, so that makes up for it. So yeah, that's the video. I hope this gave you some inspiration to build and collect your own Horus Heresy army. Horus Heresy is the most fun game that GW has ever released, and it has some of the best community. I absolutely love it, and I hope you do too. As always, I'm Northern Queen Alexis. I love you guys. Bye!